Hello everybody, today we're doing a tutorial on our pumpkin luminaries, and so let's go ahead and get started. Tools that you will need will be some of the art glitter. Dries clear, has a nice tip on the end to help control your glue flow. You can get this on Amazon. If you can't see this, it's going to be listed on the written directions, so no worries there, along with the link. You're going to need some paper covered wire, that's also on Amazon, a dowel, a wire cutter, and some type of tool to be able to poke holes. And that's really about it to put it together. Other than that, you do have three different options to choose from. You have the chevron, the lattice, and the infinity heart pumpkin patterns. Okay. Let's go ahead and get started. So let me clean this up really quick. You will need a total of 12 panels, along with 12 of the Millennium panels, and just go ahead and set this aside just to make some more room. There is going to be 4 support brackets. Do that here, and you're going to have 2 of the larger shaped didactagons. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, and 2 small. This is going to be the bottom pieces, and this is going to be the top pieces. And we will go ahead and get started with the top pieces and add those items as we go, of course. So, first thing you will need to do is go ahead and poke a hole in the center of the top didactagon. I suggest that you do both of the tops at the same time. This will allow you to keep them aligned. Then you can also use a dowel. I use the sharp point of the dowel just to make this hole a little bit better, because that's where your stem will be going. And you want to do this before you get started. Okay, there you go. And let's go ahead and put that away for now. Just to give you an example of how the Millennium is glued to the pumpkin panel, you're just going to repeat the steps each time, and literally you're going to just run it along the sides, and then maybe strategically throughout the design itself, because it is going to have some curvature to it. That's one of the things that really makes this glue nice. It's because it's got a point on it. It allows you to put the glue exactly where you want it. You lay it down like that, and literally you're just going to be running your fingers down to it, down the sides, and there you have it. There's your first panel. Okay. For each one of these panels, you are actually going to place them exactly where the edge of the shape starts. So it has 12 sides to it and 12 panels. The purpose of the scoring is to help you align each panel to the edge of your top and keep spacing correctly. So that being said, you're going to put a dot of glue right in the center of that edge and line up your score line. Just go ahead and hold it, and you're going to repeat. Now the heart on this one is what's showing you that it's the top of the panel, where the bottom of the panel has got a nice flat edge, so you can distinguish between the top and bottom of the design. And you're just going to continue around the shape. On this particular one, it is going to overlap slightly. And as you can see, it's getting bigger and bigger, so that's just one of the reasons why you do need some space. You do want to be somewhat consistent in your placement, because this is what is going to determine the spacing. There's the first step, and you can pretty much see it's not completely straight, probably a little bit left, but that's how it's important to make sure you stay within the score lines. Overall, it doesn't really, it's still going to look gorgeous. So your next step is to take your braces and at the score lines, you can kind of see them, kind of bend them, and then maybe straighten them back out. But the goal is to get it into a Z. And you're just going to put the score line again right at the edge of one of the designs. And again, I'm just lightly gluing him, and I'm going to go straight across. Try to get it down the center of the panel, because then that way it's hidden as much as possible. I'm going to go directly to the right of that, and by the time you get done, it'll be a nice X pattern. I'm going to go directly across from it. And actually, it's this one. Doesn't really matter, but I'm going to go ahead and set this down in the center. And what's nice is this is going to dry clear, so it's not too big of an issue. Okay. Just kind of let that sit for a minute. In the meantime, you're actually going to be attaching these braces to this one here. So this is pretty much, I'm going to go ahead and start with this one since it might be a little bit drier. But this one's going to go on the inside of this circle. So I'm going to pick a spot right in the center. So this one's directly across. It's going to go right here. Again, you try to center it in that space as much as possible. Okay, you can see the nice shape, and you can start, as you start pulling them in, you can see the nice bow it's going to create. Okay, and I think you can pretty much start anywhere you like. It's always going to have somewhere where there's going to be an overlap. And again, exact same concept as the bottom is you're going to align the score line with the edge of the outer edge of this particular shape. If you do add too much, you're going to have to hold it just a little bit longer. Last one. Okay, there you have it. And now that's what the second piece is just a nice cover. So it kind of finishes it off for you. I just go around and dip a daub on each one of the little pedestals, and then a nice little bead around here. Do one on the inside and one on the outside. And you just line up the piece and kind of press it all the way around. It gives it a nice finish. It's not really required because this is the bottom of the pumpkin, but we want it to have a nice finished look. There. Really kind of looking really nice. And now we're going to do the top portion here, and so the whole reason, you don't have to, but if you're not going to use a stem, you don't have to put the hole in it, but this is why we went and did both, so we can add the finished pieces. So what I did on this here, simply cut unwinds. Found out that it's easier to start from the beginning on these things, but so it doesn't go crazy on us like this, but that's all right. It's can always be fixed later. And then for this, for each one, I do 4. Doesn't have to be this long. I actually went a little bit too long, but the goal is to make some organic looking type stems, and basically you're just going to twist it around the dowel. Doesn't have to be exact, but then it creates a nice springy looking type thing. And you grab as many of these as you would like, and then I grab one of them and go around and kind of hold them together. I wrap it pretty tight. And I do leave a space here because that is what's going to go through the top here. So we're going to set it in there like that. And then you're going to this is where it gets a little bit more challenging. Hand's getting stuck. Sorry, guys. I know I got too many pieces. I just don't have to go fit in there, but the goal is to get the stems in there. And you can glue this down. And I just run glue. It's a little bit awkward at first, but it's alright. It gets it. And I line up the edges with the panels. This is where it gets a little bit trickier because you can't get your hands in there, but you have to put pressure, slight pressure on it to hold it down. And then now you have these here. Is go in and try to twist this a little bit so it kind of holds it in place. I had something smaller. And basically, I just bend it in different directions. I don't know if you can see that, but it makes a nice square inside, and there you have it. It's pretty well in there. So, and then from there, you can add flowers, leaves, all that good stuff. So let's see here. This is just to help give you guys some ideas. A couple of other different flowers, maybe. Yeah. So there you have it. You know, there's some definite ways to have some creativity here. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I have my email there in the written directions, or if you have any comments, you know, please tag me on any of your creations. Would love to see it. So until next time, see you later. Have a good one.